This conference will now be recorded.
Okay, welcome to the mat class. Here's the mat and blanket and a couple of blocks, and we'll start lying back on our backs. And if you have room to stretch your arms overhead, that would be great. And you can start with your knees bent or straight, your choice. And I'm gonna put a pillow under my head because I got this. Oh, maybe I'll just take that out. So let's start with that Hridaya Nabi Mandala Nyasam again. It's a mouthful. That's the one where you put one hand on your heart chakra and one hand on the belly or the navel area. Nabhi means navel. And I like this nyasam, if you can't tell already, because we do it just about every week. I like this one because you can easily do the 4 breath patterns, 4 basic breath patterns: belly breathing, rib breathing or chest breathing, belly to chest and chest to belly, and feel what the breath is doing. But the reason I really like it is, maybe it's just because I've done it so much that I just put my hands here and it automatically starts to relax me. Maybe it's like the weighted blankets that are very popular now. So we'll take these first few minutes you can do those 4 breath patterns if you like, or just focus on these 2 areas and what's happening there. But this is just a nice way to center and drop into what's going on inside your body. Just think about tuning out the outer world and just feeling what's going on with your breath inside you. All right. Feel free to finish up if you're doing, breath patterns or anything. And just when you're ready, we'll begin some arm movements. You can do smaller movements to start. The arms will move out or up, and on the inhale and on the exhale, they'll come back down. They can come to the body or to the floor. And you can do one arm at a time if you like. If comfortable, to stretch your arms up both simultaneously. You can clasp the hands if you like. That's an option. And stretch the palms away and stay for a breath. So no matter what position your hands are in, just stay for a breath if that's comfortable. And bring them back down on the following exhale. And then if comfortable, you can take one or both arms up and let the head turn to one side. Exhale back to neutral. Other side. You can continue doing one side at a time and turning the head, or both arms and turning the head, your choice. Next time you bring the arms down, keep them down. And then on an exhale, bring the knees into the chest. Exhale, knees in. Inhale, stretch the legs out and the arms out. Exhale, give the knees a hug. Keep going like that. Let the legs go. Stretch them more and more and more each subsequent time. Stretch them towards straighter and straighter. And you could also take the legs wider and wider if you like to get into those inner thighs. If comfortable to hold the pose, feel free and keep breathing. You can circle the ankles or point and flex as you like. And on an exhale, bring it back in, give it a hug. And then just keeping one leg in, the other leg can be bent, foot on the floor or straight. And we'll take the leg that you're holding up and then out toward the side. You can use the arm on that same side to help hold the leg and stretch the other arm out away from that, like in a T. And point and flex and in a hold if comfortable. Circles. If comfortable, while that leg is out to the side, to stretch the other leg towards straight, feel free. And then on an exhale, bend the knee, bring it back in. And take it into a twist. The other side, change the arms so the other arm goes out in a T. And then that bent knee can go towards straight and bend and back onto your back. And leg up in the air, a time or two. And then we'll change legs. Other knee coming in, bring it in on an exhale. And then that leg's going to go up and then out to the side, changing your arm so that the arm on the side of the leg that's going out is holding or helping that leg, and the other arm is out in a T. When you find one of those positions you're ready to hold, feel free to hold. You can point and flex. ankle circles, and if comfortable to stretch the other leg along the floor, legs straight, feel free. And then on an exhale, bend that knee back in, give it a hug. And then right into the twist, changing arms. And just kind of kicking that leg out toward the side wall, taking it towards straight, and then back in, bending it, and roll back onto your back. And bring both knees in for a hug and a stretch. Stretch the body into that like L shape, and then a hug. LOLs. All right, we're going to move into bridge pose. So if you have a pillow under your head, you may want to remove it. Otherwise, you can get a little overstretching on the back of the neck. So feet are a comfortable distance from your hips and a comfortable distance from each other. We're going to bring the shoulders up toward the ears just a little bit and press into the upper arm bone there and bring the bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other. And then just settle the lungs back down onto the ribs. You might take a breath into the back body. And then on an exhale into your hip, from your belly, bring your hip points toward each other as you lift up. We're going up on an exhale. We're going to stay there for an inhale in the back body. And the next exhale, go back down. So we're going to move on to exhales. Stay down for the inhale in the back body. Exhale from the belly, up you go. Pull the hip points toward each other. Stay up for the inhale. Exhale back down. Inhale while you're down. One more up, exhaling from the belly. Inhale into the back body. And back down you go. Exhale. And then once again, bring those knees in for Apanasana. Exhale, knees in. Inhale, the legs away slightly so your elbows are bending and straightening. Keep the shoulders relaxed. Just do one more. All right, and then we'll roll to one side and make your way on up to table pose. And have your blocks there. Either your blocks are both up in front of you at the front of your mat, or like I'm doing, and you'll flip back and forth with me. So from table pose, let's take a cat-cow. And then child's exhale, and drop down to the elbows first, and then fold the knees and hips as much as comfortable for you. Back up to cow, curl your toes under. Bottom tips of the shoulder blades stay together as you lift up into downward dog. And stay in downward dog for a breath. Down on the exhale. You can go all the way to child or to cat. All right, then let's come to kneeling at the back of your mat. And If kneeling isn't comfortable and you could sit on a block, you could have your block in there on any height, or you can be in a higher kneeling position. Let me just raise that screen a little bit. There we go. And then the knees don't need to fold at all. So your either start position is either here or sitting back, folding. I'll do the next one, sitting back. So we're going to do a sun salute, moving on exhale. So even when you take the arms up, we'll exhale. So exhale here and inhale. Exhale, raise the arms and inhale. Each inhale into the back body and expand the body, getting a little taller. And then exhale, either cat or child. I'll do cat, this one. Inhale in cat. Curl the toes under. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale here. And exhale, come on back down. You go into a back bend. Stay here for the inhale. I'm going to reverse back through. So back to downward dog on your exhale. And either child or cat on your exhale. And we're going up to, with the arms up on the exhale. Stay here for the inhale. And exhale, arms down. And we'll repeat that. And this one I'll start from sitting on the heels or on your block. Exhale and inhale here. On the exhale, arms up, you come up, standing kneel. Stay here for the inhale. Child's or cat. Stay here for the inhale. Coming up to a back bend. Oh, sorry, that was supposed to be on an exhale. It's easy to get mixed up here. And on the next exhale, we'll take downward dog. Exhale to a back bend. Stay there for the inhale. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale here. Exhale to a back bend. Exhale to either cat or child's or a modified child's. Inhale there. Exhale all the way up, arms up. Inhale there. And exhale back to start. So all movements on exhale, you may have noticed, are very calming. They really help you calm down, even though you're holding poses, which you think would be a little more strenuous. But the movement on exhale really helps to slow us down. All right, we're going to come into some lunges now. So if you're mirroring me, you'll step the foot that's furthest from the screen up. And let's take a little forward lunge, reverse lunge here. We're going to head into triangle pose. So come to the forward lunge and have your block set just behind the heel on the outside of the foot. And come into the high lunge, inhaling. Exhale, anchor that back heel down. And on an inhale, open it up. Leg goes straight as you come up into Trikonasana. And you may wish to take a few breaths in there. If you lose balance, stay low and take several more breaths to come into it. Otherwise, as you're up into it, we'll work on alignment. Tailbone and pubic bone pulling into the back foot. Away from that, lengthen out through the crown of the head so you feel like your spine is lengthening from both ends. You can add a little more twist of the rib cage rolling toward the ceiling. Squeeze your shoulder blades in toward each other. And just feel like two fingers come and touch the back of your neck on either side of the spine, creating a good alignment there through the neck and head. Sometimes we have our head forward or tilted in some way, and so if you just imagine two fingers there, often that head will figure it out of where it's supposed to be. All right, we're going to come back down to the floor and step back to downward dog. Take as many steps as you need. You can come through table as you like. Set your back heart and then come up into downward dog. I'll be a little more mindful of your alignment and your breath, and taking it a little more easeful way to get in and out of a pose, and more mindful. You can walk the dog and then stretch the dog. When you stretch your legs towards straight, though, make sure you're not pushing your shin bones back. The shin bones kind of want to keep the knee bent and your thigh bone back. All right, let's come on back down to table. And you can take a cat-cow in there. And then we'll step the other foot forward, which you may need to, if you're mirroring me, you may want to flip it around. And we'll take the same thing over on this side. So that forward lunge, reverse lunge, a time or two. And then we're going to work our way into Trikonasana, forward lunge. Curl the back toes under, inhale, high lunge. Anchor the back heel down, exhaling. And inhale, opening it up to Trikonasana. Alignment here, the tailbone and pubic bone pull into the back foot. Your two hip points stay toward each other, so you're going to exhale from that belly. Rib cage takes a little twist. Bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other. Soften the back neck. You're lengthening out through the crown of the head. You can soften the eyes too, and you could open the back eyes like you can imagine what you see behind you. All right, and then turn to face the floor, bending the knees. Come on back down to the low lunge. And we'll step back to downward dog. Take your time. Get a nice long spine from the fingers pressing into the mat. Keeps the wrists a little lighter. And draw the tailbone and pubic bone back away from your fingertips. And then the legs can be added You can pump the legs one at a time or feel like your upper thigh bones up by the hip socket get pulled back to take the legs towards straight. All right, and then let's come on back down to table. We're going to put a back bend in this. So let's take cat, inhaling to cow, and you can bring the hips further forward and bend your elbows whatever you like. Lower the hips down for a back bend. And then pull the hip points in toward each other to come back to cat. We'll repeat that. Cat is on your exhale and a back bend on your inhale. Your toes can be tucked under or not. I'll do one of each. Not sure which one you can see better. All right, one more back bend. And one more back to cat. All right, and then I'm going to flip around again. We'll go back to that first side. A leg up, the leg away from the screen if you're following along with my position. High lunge, inhaling, exhaling, back heel down. You can either keep your hand on the block or come up a little higher, bringing elbow to knee and hand to the hip, reminding you to keep your hip points toward each other and exhale from the belly. Tailbone and pubic bone strings pull into the back foot. Same thing here, the rib cage takes the twist without opening the hip point. The hip points stay toward each other, so the hips going one way, ribs are going the other. So you're sort of getting, wrung out there. You can feel the twist in this pose. Shoulder blade tips in toward each other, soften the back neck, soften the back eyes, and the front eyes, you realize, lengthen out through the crown of the head. All right, and we're going to work our way back to downward dog again, taking as many steps as you like. And you can step right back into it if you like. And some people like to take that leg up in the air and then bring it down. That's up to you. Fingertips pressing down, long spine, add the thigh bones back. All right, we're going to take the feet a little bit wider apart. Be your feet, be between your feet. And you're going to rock the heels to both of my heels are going to the right. And back, the thigh bones back. And heels to the left. On the other side as and back up, thigh bones back. All right, and then come on back down. We'll put a cat and a cow in here. And other side. Stepping the other foot forward. Take Parsvakonasana on this side. Forward lunge, reverse lunge. Forward lunge, exhaling. High lunge, inhaling. Back heel down on the exhale. Working your way up. Decide what you're going to do with that down arm. The bottom arm is going to be on the block or elbow to thigh. Hip points toward each other. Rib cage takes the twist. Shoulder blade tips in toward each other. Soften the back neck. Your tailbone and pubic bone are pulling in one direction and out through the crown of the head in the opposite direction. A couple more breaths here. All right, and then we're going to work our way to downward dog once again. And we're going to swivel those feet. Index fingers, well, all of the fingers pressed down, long spine, thigh bones back. And then take the feet a little bit wider, wide enough that your foot can be in there. And we'll take the heels over to one side and begin to bring your shoulders forward over the wrists, body down into a plank. And then hips back up, heels up, stretch back into your dog. And then other side. Shoulders forward, hips down just a little bit, and back to dog. All right, come on back down to the knees for a cat-cow. All right, and we're gonna work our way up to standing. You can step one foot forward, followed by the other into a forward fold, and then come all the way up. And I'll meet you up there in a minute. As I get this situated. And the camera up a little. There we go. See how that lost the feet. Okay. So let's say you come forward and you end up at the front of your sticky mat. We're going to take that same sun salute on the exhale from here. So you may want your blocks in front if you like to come down and land on blocks in that forward fold. Exhale and inhale here. And then on an exhale, the arms will come up. Inhale here. And exhale, forward fold. And the knees whenever you like. Inhale here. And then exhale, one foot back. Inhale here. Exhale, both feet back for downward dog. Inhale here. We're going to move into a back bend of choice. Cow, cobra, up dog, anything in between is fine. On an exhale. And then inhale in that pose. Exhaling, go right back to downward dog. Inhale there. Exhaling into the lunge. You can drop one or both knees down and then step the other foot into the lunge. That's your exhale. Inhale there. Exhale, both feet together in a forward fold. Inhale there. And exhale all the way up. Inhale there. And exhale back to start. Inhale there. I'm just going to turn to the other side, which may not be any better. Exhale the arms up. Inhale there. Exhaling, forward fold. Inhale here. Exhale, one foot steps back in the lunge. Inhale there. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale there. Exhale, a back bend. Inhale there. Exhale, downward dog. Inhale here. A lunge, exhaling. Inhale there. And exhale to the front of the mat. Inhale here. And exhale all the way up. Inhale there. And exhale back down. All right. Not sure if the correct English is inhale here or inhale there. Inhale while there, or inhale while we're here. All right, let's step the feet wide apart and have your blocks at either side in reachable range. We'll start with the hands on the hips. All right, the same two poses that we did before from the lunge and came up into them, triangle pose and flank stretch. Sometimes I forget the English. And but this time we're going to do them from the top and come down into them. So feet wide apart, we'll start with the hands on the hips and let's turn the feet to one side. So one foot turns all the way out and the other foot turns in a little bit. Keep the torso facing sideways as long as the knee is not compromised. So the knee, when you bend the knee, it should be tracking toward your toes and not forward toward the screen in this case. Exhale. Inhale here, getting a long spine. Exhale from the belly as you come over into Trikonasana. The knee can bend whenever you need to, and you're going to look for your block. So you may need to bend your knee just to bring your block in place. And set the block roughly so it's right underneath your shoulder. So the block's not forward or back or way out to the side or anything like that. So roughly right underneath your shoulder. And we'll pause here and work through that alignment again. So keep breathing. Tailbone and pubic bone pull into the back chakra, back foot. That's chakra 1. Chakra 2 alignment is the hip points toward each other, which is easier done on an exhale from the belly. Chakra 3, you could bring your hand up to the back ribs here and direct the breath there, just opening the back body. And if the pubic bone is pulling in one direction and you start that exhale from the belly, continue that exhale up so it feels like it kind of pulls these ribs toward each other, these lower ribs. And your inhale is going to be into the back ribs. Fourth chakra alignment is those bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other. And just ensure that doesn't lift the sternum. The sternum stays moving down toward the navel, but the collarbones roll up to open the heart, the front heart. And that, for the fifth chakra, we'll just do that light touch at the back neck. Feel like someone's kind of cupping over your back eyes, just softening the sixth chakra area. And out through the crown of the head, you pull in opposition to the root chakra pull. All right, pull the root chakra more into the back foot to help you come up. And we're going to turn the feet to the other direction. We'll take the same thing over here. Inhale, lengthen. Exhale, Trikonasana. Find that block. We'll go through the chakra alignment here as well. Chakra 1, tailbone and pubic bone pull into the back foot. Exhale, zip up. We call it pubic bone pulling in one direction. And your exhale is going to start the hip points toward each other and then the lower ribs toward each other. Breathe, inhale into the back ribs. Bottom tips of the shoulder blades in toward each other, keeping the sternum down, collarbones up. Cup the back, 2 fingers to the back of the neck, and then cupping the back eyes, lengthening out through the crown of the head. All right, we're going to go up and over, pulling into the back foot to anchor yourself to come up. Turn the feet, and we'll come down into flank stretch, bending the knee as we come down, but pretty much the rest of the body staying the same. So keep anchoring into your back foot, lengthening out through the crown of the head. Add any other of those chakra alignments that you like. We'll just be here for another breath. Again, pull into the back foot, tailbone and pubic bone, pull into the back foot to help you come up. Turn the feet. And as you're ready, anchor the back foot from the start, pulling tailbone and pubic bone into the back foot. Keeps you well grounded as you come into flank stretch on the other side. Adding other chakra alignment that you like or that you need. One more breath here. And then again, pulling into the back foot, anchor that back foot to bring it up. And then turn the feet forward. We're going to stretch the arms out and up, cactus pose, or arms up higher. And on the exhale, fold forward. One more like that. And then walk your feet in, heel toe it just a little bit and come on back up. And repeat, forward fold. Back up. And just the arms down. And then we'll step the feet in more, and you can be at the front of your mat if you like. We're going to work our way down to the mat. Step back just a little. Exhale, inhale, stretch the arms up. Exhale from the belly, over you go. Do a couple more like that. Inhale, stretch it up. Exhale, over. Next time you go down, stay down and step it back to table. And we'll take cat, cow, child's cow. One more time through that. All right, and then make your way onto your back, where we'll start with bridge pose. We're going to do this dynamically with arm movement. So see that you've got room to stretch your arms. Even if the elbows are bent, that's fine. So inhale into the back body, exhale from the belly. This time we're going to inhale when we go up and exhale back down. Try to keep your head still. Don't let the head travel. Let's do one more. And then bring the knees in. We'll take the body in an L shape on the inhale. Exhale, hug, and repeat. And then just next time you bring the knees in, just stay there with Apanasana. And then when lower the feet to the floor, you can repeat that nyasam that we did at the beginning, the heart and navel, having a hand on them. And work your way to doing belly breaths. So just the belly hand moving. It's more calming and relaxing to do belly breathing. And you're more than welcome to stretch your legs out if comfortable. If the body starts talking to you at any time and you need to bend in one or both knees, feel free. And at your anytime you like, you can rest your hands in any other position comfortable for you. And we've done this before, but I think it's been a while to do that alternate nostril breathing. But instead of out the nostrils, we're just going to do it as a visualization as though the feet are the nostrils. So exhale out one foot and then inhale back in that side as high up, even up all the way to the head. And then exhale out the other foot and inhale. So you exhale and inhale one side, exhale and inhale the other side. Keep going back and forth like that. And the inhale can come up to the, maybe up to the pelvis, the belly, the heart, or the head, any chakra area that you like. You're more than welcome to stay there as long as you like. And just whenever you're ready to bring yourself up and out of it, do so nice and gentle, being kind to the nervous system after we got it nice and calm and quiet. And whenever you like, actually, you can stay there as long as you like. I'll say namaste now. Thank you for joining me today. Namaste.
Thank you, JJ.
Thank you. Thanks,
See you
everybody.
later.
See you later.